I don't need these. These are for reading. Okay, let's get rid of that. Put that away. It is Taxi Vlog 217. We'll get rid of the beeping in a second here. I know it drives me mad. It must drive you crazy too. There we are. Gone. Taxi Vlog 217. I took care of the other beeping for the seat already. And here we are. It is Tuesday night, the 7th of August. And it is kind of rainy and thundery out there. I don't know if you'll hear the thunder. If we get one just above us, you will hear it. But no. Well, anyway, the end of the month of July turned out okay. My last day on the shift was last Tuesday, exactly a week ago, and I made a vlog, and it worked out okay. The night wasn't as good as the 2 nights before, but it was alright. You know, I wasn't complaining. I figured I'd make a few bucks. I made a few bucks. It was good. Then, of course, we had the long weekend. Now, I don't like long weekends. Get the position right here. You can probably see me. Maybe better like that. I don't know. It's close. I don't like long weekends because they upset the regular flow of things. You know, Friday being a certain amount of business and Saturday being the busiest night of the week, then tapering off to a Sunday, which is usually relaxed, and a Monday, which is even more relaxed, and a Tuesday, which is fucking dead. Well, Friday I came out and nothing happened for the first hour. I was sitting in a parking lot, but then it started to move and it got, you know, busy enough. And even though it did get quieter around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, the Friday night I was still getting some customers towards the end, the very end. You know, I had a drug run or two, and it worked out that I did, you know, fairly okay for a Friday. No, which isn't anything stupendous or fantastic, because it is still the summertime and the living is easy. And nobody's doing nothing, especially when it's nice out. That's another thing. Last week we had a few days that were on the warmer side, you know, in the high 20s. And so there isn't a lot of airflow or air conditioning in my bedroom. So when it's warmer like that, I don't sleep quite as well as when it's cooler, around 20, 22 degrees. You know, if it's 28 or 29 outside, it's going to make a difference inside the house. And so I don't sleep quite as well, and I don't get as much rest or enough rest as I should. So that was the Friday. Now the Saturday, I came out the Saturday not expecting much because it was a Saturday of a long weekend. And I came out here, and for the first hour and 20 minutes or so, I didn't get a call. Then I finally got a call, and it was to a grocery store quite a fair distance away. Now I thought, after waiting in this zone for so long, you're going to give me a grocery call in another zone and at the other end of the other zone? Sure enough, when I arrived there, there was nobody there. I phoned the guy up, and all I got was an answering recording, so I didn't get to talk to the guy, and he didn't get a ride, and if he did, he was probably gone already before I arrived. And it took another half an hour to get another call, so the first 2 hours of my Saturday were a write-off. Then it got okay, I guess. I wasn't feeling too well because I was tired. I didn't sleep enough, but I did okay. Actually, you know, I did shit, because very often I had gaps between calls and gaps between business, and I was sitting in a parking lot reading a book. Well, I had one call just after 3, and I dropped them off at 3:30, and I thought, okay, I'm tired. I should book in, eh? Book. See what happens. So, oh, it's going to be a slow one tonight. You can hear the raindrops on the windshield already. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm going to watch a lot of YouTube. that night didn't work out too well. So anyway, I cleared from that last trip at 3:30, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna go to the place where I usually sit and wait for another call. Read my book for a while. Of course, my eyelids got kind of heavy and tired and droopy, and so I reclined my seat. I fell asleep. At around 5 o'clock, some guy comes along, "So, did you make 200? And I said to him, "You've got to be kidding." And then I looked at the MDT here, and I saw red, because it didn't have me booked on at all. It did not clear me from my last trip. I tried to book the zone that I was sitting in for the last hour and a half, and it said I was on a trip. So it didn't clear me from my last trip, and I missed out on the last hour and a half of my Saturday night. So it made it double shitty. And then, you know, when you're tired and then something happens to make you a little bit upset, it made me a lot upset. It made me livid. I was beating on this MDT because it wasn't working properly. And then it was loose. It was loose when I started my shift, so I tightened it, and when I plugged it in again, it must have blown a fuse because it didn't come on anymore. Didn't matter. It was the end of my shift, and it was such a bad one. I could not wait to get home and do some exercise to calm down and relax or something. So I did that. I did my exercise. I left a long not email, but text message to the owner of the cab saying that we have all kinds of problems with the MDT. It's not clearing me in the zone. It's wasting my time, and now it blew a fuse or something, so it's not working. Please fix it. Please repair it. Well, he sent me a message right away saying, "I'm going to fix it." And so what he did was he replaced the fuse which was blown, which is good. So we got a new fuse. And then he said he's going to fix the other part which wasn't working properly and make it so that it will clear me when I clear. Because, well, I'll get to that in a moment. Sunday night I came out, and it started slow again. For about an hour, not much happened. And then it got steady, and it actually got busy. And I had a good night. I made up for my Saturday. My Saturday was my Sunday, and my Sunday was my Saturday. Even in the morning, like, there weren't many cars on the road, and there was a Symphony Splash special event, but I avoided special events anyway. I just took people to where they were going. And because it was a holiday weekend, people had the Monday off. When people have the Monday off, they tend to do more stuff on the Sunday, so the Sunday was good. I even had an airporter at the end, and when I cleared at the airport, the MDT didn't clear me at the airport, and it didn't get me in the zone until I was back in town. Now, if there was a call out on the peninsula, I missed it because the MDT wasn't working properly. So hopefully they got that fixed today. They were supposed to get it fixed today. Last night was the Monday night. Now, I couldn't believe it when I first got out here. I was getting one call after another and connecting and connecting and connecting. And I had a good solid night till 1 o'clock. I couldn't believe it. I did not stop till 1 o'clock. Even, you know, at one point, usually I call Cindy at about 11, and I had to call her in between, like after dropping off one fare and on my way to the next one, because I didn't have a chance to sit and rest. So I was on my way to somewhere else while talking to her and telling her how things were going. I was busy until 1. And I had my expenses on and already made a profit. And from then on, there wasn't much Tuesday morning. But I did manage to snag a couple of longer ones. I had a drug run where the guy went downtown. He got some girl. He's from out of town. He got some girl to get him drugs. She's a hooker. She was with him in his hotel room. They got in the cab, and they went downtown to the Burger King to score some drugs. But the guy that they met at the Burger King was not, didn't have anything on him. He had to go back to his hotel room to get some drugs. So she said, well, you can wait here or in the cab, or and I said, well, how about you guys go to the hotel and we'll sit around the corner from there and we'll you know, wait for you. Which is what we did. So the meter was ticking. The meter ticked up about $12 while we were waiting in front, around the corner from the hotel where the guy had his drugs. And the hooker came back out, and she was looking for a iPhone charger that her friend wanted to borrow. But anyway, she got back in the cab. We took them back to their hotel. $30 later. Very nice. Had another one earlier that night where I picked up this guy to go to another cheap motel from somewhere, and he said that he wanted to get some drugs, but the dealer was gone to get the drugs, and the dealer's girlfriend started coming on to him and wanted to fool around, and he wasted 5 hours of his time, and his girlfriend's gonna be mad at him because he didn't get the drugs and he was away for too long. What a lifestyle some of these people lead. But I got him back to his hotel room, or to his hotel, and he was just happy to have somebody to sit there and listen to him babbling about his life. And that was me. So the night ended okay. I was able to put some rent money in the bank already, which is good. I had the chiropractor bill paid, which I paid this morning, and I got enough money to take Cindy for dinner on her nights off, and enough money to put gas in my car because it's running on empty. And so maybe tonight I'll make a little bit more money to put towards the rent. We'll see how it goes, and so on and so on. 1 week into August, usually things pick up towards the end of the month. It hasn't been a very good week, but I'm hanging in there, you know. I'm getting by. I'm getting the bills paid, and I guess that's what's important, even though I am not getting rich. Well, as things go, what am I now? It says 6th. Now I am, come on, click, click. Come on, click, click. There we are. Click, click. Click, click. 4th! Ooh, I jumped 2 car positions since I entered the zone, about halfway through the vlog. So that's okay. It might move a little bit, and look, there's somebody sitting in the parking lot. Well, I'm going to chat with him for a while, and I hope yours is better than mine. Thank you. Have a good evening, morning, or afternoon, whatever this would happen to be. Bye. Would you take a look at that sky? Yeah. I don't know if it comes up on the camera, but this is the kind of sky we got tonight. We got, you know, the sun just set, and it's all reflecting off the clouds there. And here we are sitting in our parking lot and waiting for something to happen. In 5 minutes from now, this sky will not be interesting at all.
To me, I'm thrilled.
You're third?
That the Americans send a thing like this car. Bullseye on Mars.
Oh yeah.
Landed on the crater.